Imagine the scene, if you will. The vibrant, sun-drenched shores of Tenerife alive with holidaymakers. The promenades are a river of laughter. Colorful parasols dot the golden sands like confetti. The air is thick with the sweet scent of sun cream and sangria. It is a wonderful, intoxicating energy, a place where memories are made under a generous sun. But sometimes, just sometimes, the soul craves a different kind of song. A quieter melody, one played by wind whistling through ancient trees, and the gentle lapping of waves against volcanic rock. This is the call of El Hierro, the Canary Islands' shyest, most enigmatic sibling. A world away in spirit, yet only a short sea journey from its boisterous neighbor. For those of us who find solace in stillness, El Hierro offers an irresistible counterpoint. It's the sort of place you feel you've discovered all by yourself, even though it has been here for millennia, quietly guarding its secrets. Where Tenerife's landscape shouts its beauty from Mount Tide, El Hierro whispers its allure from misty forests, twisted junipers, silent, starlit coves. There is a particular magic to visiting the Canary Islands in late autumn, and on El Hierro, this magic is amplified tenfold. While much of Europe and the UK are pulling on their woolly jumpers and bracing for winter's chill, this little island remains bathed in a gentle, golden warmth. October-November, the fierce heat of the summer sun has softened into a benevolent glow, creating perfect conditions for exploring. Beyond the delightful climate, late autumn offers a precious commodity: serenity. The adventure to El Hierro begins not upon arrival but with the journey itself. From the port of Los Cristianos in southern Tenerife, the ferry operated by Naviera Armas becomes your vessel to another world. I find there's something wonderfully old-fashioned and romantic about traveling by sea. It allows for a gradual transition, a slow unwinding as the familiar coastline of Tenerife recedes into the haze. The crossing takes around 2.5 hours, a perfect interlude to sit on the deck, feel the salty spray on your face, watch the vast, deep blue of the Atlantic slide by. With a good book and a cup of coffee, it is a truly civilized way to travel. Upon docking at Puerto de la Estancia, El Hierro's small but functional port, the change in atmosphere is immediate. The air feels cleaner, the pace slower. Here, your first and most essential task is to collect your hire car. El Hierro is an island made for driving, and a car is not a luxury, but a necessity for unlocking its secrets. Driving on El Hierro is a joy in itself. The roads are impeccably maintained, yet wonderfully empty. You will meander through steep-sided valleys, climb into the clouds, descend towards rugged coastlines, often without seeing another soul for miles. A word of gentle advice: take your time. These are not motorways for rushing, they are scenic routes for savoring. Remember to fill up your tank in one of the main towns like Valverde or La Frontera, as petrol stations are few and far between in the more remote corners. I have a fond memory of my first drive away from the port. I put on some gentle, classical music and simply followed the road as it climbed, the landscape transforming with every turn. The sense of freedom was immense. It felt like being given a key to a secret garden. This initial drive sets the tone for your entire trip. It is about the journey, not just the destination. It's about allowing yourself to get a little lost, to follow a road simply because it looks intriguing, and to embrace the quiet thrill of discovery that lies at the very heart of the El Hierro experience. Your first day is one of enchantment, an immersion into the mystical, greener side of the island. Setting up base in the beautiful El Golfo Valley, near the town of La Frontera, is an excellent choice. This vast, crescent-shaped depression is a verdant amphitheater of terraced vineyards, fruit plantations sheltered by a dramatic, cloud-topped escarpment. The air here is fragrant with the scent of damp earth and growing things. After settling into your accommodation, perhaps a charming casa rural, the exploration begins. Your first port of call should be one of the spectacular viewpoints, or miradors, that perch atop the cliffs overlooking the valley. The Mirador de la Peña is an absolute must-see. Designed by the visionary Canarian artist Cesar Manrique, it is a masterpiece of architecture that blends seamlessly into the volcanic landscape. From its panoramic windows, the entire El Golfo Valley unfolds beneath you like a map. It's a breathtaking sight, one that helps you understand the island's unique geography. Another essential stop is the Mirador de Jinama, which offers a similarly staggering perspective from a different angle. For the best light, I suggest visiting in the morning when the sun illuminates the valley floor, though the sight of clouds rolling in during the afternoon is equally dramatic. Always have a light jacket handy, as the wind can be brisk at these elevations. From the heights, you descend into the strange and wonderful world of El Sabinar. This is a place that feels plucked from a fairy tale. Here, ancient juniper trees, known as sabinas, have been bent and contorted into surreal sculptures by the relentless trade winds. Walking among them is a humbling experience. They are living testaments to resilience and the formidable power of nature. Each tree tells a story, its gnarled branches reaching not for the sky but bowing gracefully towards the ground. Take your time, walk quietly, and absorb the profound silence of this unique, windswept woodland. It's a photographer's paradise, but also a place for quiet contemplation. I remember standing before one particularly ancient sabina, its trunk almost parallel to the ground, and feeling a deep sense of awe. It seemed to possess a wise, ancient spirit. This is the essence of El Hierro. It encourages you to pause and appreciate these small, profound moments. For your safety and to preserve this delicate ecosystem, please stick to the marked paths. The ground can be uneven, so sturdy walking shoes are essential. After a morning spent in the mystical highlands, the afternoon calls for a descent to the coast to experience one of El Hierro's most delightful features, its natural swimming pools. These are not man-made pools in the traditional sense, but rather magnificent lava rock formations, creating sheltered basins refreshed by the Atlantic. Charco Azul, turquoise water framed by dark volcanic rock with the open Atlantic beyond. The name literally means the blue puddle, a charming understatement for a majestic spot. A short, steep walk down a set of stairs reveals a cavernous grotto entrance where you can swim in impossibly clear, protected turquoise water. Swimming at Charco Azul is an experience for all the senses. Waves crashing against the outer volcanic barrier, the roar echoes around the cave, while inside the water is calm and inviting. Sunlight filters through the entrance, illuminating the water from below and casting dancing patterns on the rock walls. I recall plunging into that cool, salty water, feeling invigorated and utterly alive. Flat, sun-warmed lava platforms drying off and watching the mesmerizing dance of the sea. Be sure to wear sturdy shoes for the walk down and be mindful of the ocean's mood. Always swim with caution. A short drive along the coast from Charco Azul brings you to La Maceta, family-friendly natural pools. Interconnected pools of varying depths offer a safer, more accessible option. Sunbathing areas, ladders for easy access, small snack bar. Busier months. It's a wonderful place to spend a lazy afternoon, moving from one pool to another and soaking up the warm Canarian sun. The contrast, wild, untamed Charco Azul and the more relaxed atmosphere of La Maceta, really shows the wonderful variety the island offers. As the sun begins to dip lower in the sky, casting a warm, honeyed light across the landscape, you can just sit and relax, reflecting on a day of incredible contrasts. Your second day is dedicated to the south, a journey into the raw, volcanic heartland of El Hierro. This is a landscape of stark beauty, a world away from the lush greenery of El Golfo. The drive itself is an adventure, through central pine forests, then down into La Restinga. Along the way, landscapes look almost Martian. Vast fields of black volcanic scree, red volcanic lapilli, a reminder of the immense geological forces that birthed the island. The air feels different here, drier, warmer, charged with a primal energy. Your first major stop, Playa del Verodal. This is not your typical golden sand beach. Instead, its shores are covered in heavy, deep red sand, eroded from a nearby volcanic cone, a rich, rusty hue set against crumbling cliffs, meeting the deep blue Atlantic. Wild, windswept, often deserted. Swimming here is generally not advised due to powerful currents, but it's a perfect spot for a dramatic coastal walk, to feel the wind in your hair, and to marvel at the sheer, untamed power of the scenery. I remember walking along the shoreline at Verodal, the heavy sand crunching under my boots, feeling as though I had stepped onto another planet. The solitude was absolute, broken only by the roar of the waves and the cry of a lone seabird. It's a place that commands respect and inspires awe. Safety is paramount here. Stay well away from the cliff edges. They can be unstable. And always be aware of the tide. The best light for photography is often in the late morning, when the sun brings out the incredible richness of the red sand, creating a stunning contrast with the azure sea. From the dramatic colors of Verodal, your journey continues southwards, following the coastline. The road will lead you past fascinating lava flows, frozen in time as they spilled into the sea. You can stop at the Tacaron Cove, another wonderful spot for a swim in calm waters. Crystalline clarity, offering a gentle contrast to the wildness of Verodal. This part of the island is a living geology lesson, a place where you can see and touch the very building blocks of the earth. It is a day for contemplation, for appreciating the stark minimalist beauty that fire and water have conspired to create. As the afternoon progresses, your journey takes you to the westernmost tip of the island and honestly, of the old world, the Orchilla Lighthouse, or Faro de Orchilla. For centuries, this point was marked on maps as the prime meridian, the zero longitude, the literal end of the known world. There is a profound sense of history here, a feeling of standing on the edge of everything. The drive to the lighthouse is spectacular, taking you across a stark, beautiful plain of solidified lava. The landscape feels remote and utterly isolated, adding to the feeling that you are traveling to a truly special place. The lighthouse itself is a handsome, stoic structure, standing guard over the vast expanse of the Atlantic. While you cannot go inside, the area around it is open to explore. A monument nearby marks the old Meridian Line, a wonderful spot for a photograph and a moment of reflection. But the real reason to come here is for the sunset. There is nothing between you and the horizon but thousands of miles of open ocean. As the sun begins its slow descent, it paints the sky in a breathtaking palette of fiery oranges, soft pinks, and deep purples. It is, without exaggeration, one of the most spectacular sunsets you will ever witness. I have been fortunate to see sunsets all over the world, but the one at Orchilla holds a special place in my memory. The silence is absolute, broken only by the wind. Watching the sun slip below the horizon feels like a sacred, almost spiritual event. My advice is to arrive at least an hour before sunset, find a comfortable spot on the warm volcanic rock and simply wait. Bring a warm layer, as it can get chilly once the sun disappears, and perhaps a flask of something warm to drink. It is a moment of pure, unadulterated peace, a memory you will treasure forever. As your ferry pulls away from Puerto de la Estaca and the rugged silhouette of El Hierro begins to soften into the sea mist, you will carry more than just photographs and souvenirs. You will carry a feeling. It is a sense of profound peace, of having connected with something ancient, wild, and beautifully authentic. In just 3 days, this small island works a quiet magic on the soul. El Hierro is a gift, waiting to be unwrapped. You will be glad you did.